Hits you right in the patriotic feels. Oh, Canada has been performed, and we are underway. Round 2 WMBL playoffs. It's Ryan Schweitzer at Mitchell Field in Swift Current, bringing you game number 1 between the Swift Current 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. Two teams who are no strangers to each other in the postseason. As they have faced each other, this is now 4 years in a row. The 57's have at some point played the Beavers in the playoffs. Of course, first year is the 57's, but under a different name, these two familiar postseason adversaries. Phil Curtis, the WMBL Coach of the Year, leading his Weyburn Beavers into the second round. Is this the year that the Weyburn Beavers can finally make their way to the league final? The defending champion, Swift Current 57's, certainly have something to say about that. Bobby St. Pierre gets the start for the 57's. BSP, as they call him, is 1-0 in the postseason. 8 innings of work and a Game 1 win against Moose Jaw, allowing 6 hits, only 1 earned run, striking out 11 in those 8 innings, and walking but 3, a 1.12 earned run average. St. Pierre will be facing the likes of Luis Jimenez, Zach Mathis, and Evan Widener here in the top of the first inning. The Swift Current 57's coming off a 4-game best-of-5 series win against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. The Weyburn Beavers getting through and getting past the Regina Red Sox in 4 games to earn this berth in the Eastern semifinals. The winner will move on to play for the WMBL Championship, and the winner will have home field advantage in the WMBL Championship after the Edmonton Prospects. Another first-round upset at the expense of the regular season champion Okotoks Dogs. Bobby St. Pierre pitching to Mason Brown, and this series is underway. First pitch, fastball up, and the count will be 1-0. St. Pierre, second start of the postseason, goes right after leadoff hitter Luis Jimenez. Jimenez out in front of a breaking ball there in the strike zone, and the count is 1-1. Jimenez, a .450 hitter in the postseason thus far, as St. Pierre, breaking ball, strike 2. Jimenez, 1 home run, 9 hits in 20 at-bats in Weyburn's first-round series against the Regina Red Sox. Bobby St. Pierre pitching to Mason Brown. Brown, honorable mention in the WMBL Player of the Week Awards in this past week after his solid contributions at the plate against the Regina Red Sox. Weyburn Beavers did better than honorable mention as Carlos Flores was named Player of the Week. Jared Libke of the Medicine Mavericks named Pitcher of the Week for the Beavers. Jimenez hits one into right field. Nick Conyas goes for a leisurely jog and makes the catch for the fly out to 9, 1 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 36, Zach Mathis.
Tough out in Luis Jimenez, and one down here for Bobby St. Pierre in the Swift Current 57. Zach Mathis hitting .412 in that opening round win at the expense of the Regina Red Sox. Beavers with 4 players in their starting lineup who hit better than .400 in that series. And there's a well-hit ball into shallow center field, and that'll be a base hit from Mathis. The native of Stockton, California, sees something he can drive, and the Beavers have one on here.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 21, Evan Widener.
57's finished ahead of Weyburn in the standings. This is a 1-versus-2 regular season matchup. However, the Beavers getting the best of the 57's in the season series. Beavers were 6-2 against the green and orange. So a tough dragon to slay for the 57's here in round 2 if they want to repeat as WMBL champions. First pitch fastball from St. Pierre to Evan Widener. And strike 1 called. Widener hitting .444 in the opening series against the Regina Red Sox. Pitch low and away. Widener elects not to chase. Count is 1-1. Widener in the regular season, no slouch at the plate. .315 average, a home run, and 15 runs batted in. Strike called. And the native of Colorado Springs, Colorado, has to deal with a 1-2 count against Bobby St. Pierre. Ulysses Fluellen on deck for the Beavers. St. Pierre. Shot to right field. Nick Conyas. Catch is made 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Fluellen.
Beavers getting some good swings. That last one a well-hit ball, but put right where Nick Conyas was situated in the outfield. Ulysses Fluellen to take a turn at the plate now. His third summer in Weyburn in the WMBL. The Alabama product, 301 in the regular season for the Beavers in this postseason. Trying to figure things out, hitting 154. You can get Fluellen out if you make good pitches. Any bad pitches, he'll be all over. One hopper back at St. Pierre, and that's going to hop out of bounds. And Ulysses Fluellen, not quite how you draw it up, but the Beavers have 2 on with 2 out here.
Now batting, the Swift Autobody Beer batter, the left fielder, number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
So Anthony Wiggins, who's been a playoff performer, 353 in the postseason after a 312 regular season. Comes to the plate here with 2 away and 2 on. Beavers would love to strike early against Bob St. Pierre in the 57's. St. Pierre pitching to Mason Brown, Bodie Cooper at first, Cole Thibodeau at second, Brett Esau at short, Riley Campbell at third base. As Wiggins gets that bunt down, textbook bunt, Campbell bare hands, and he'll eat it. And the bases are loaded now with 2 out. Blake Adams in left, Thomas DeBonville in center, Nick Conyas in right. Matt Bondarchuk is the designated hitter.
Number 18, Carlos Flores.
Couldn't draw up a better bunt as Anthony Wiggins sends one down the third base line, and the Weyburn Beavers threatening here. There's 2 away, but they have the bases loaded. And the defending Wimble Player of the Week, Carlos Flores, and his .467 average at the plate. So a little stormy weather early for the 57's. St. Pierre goes right after Flores. And the count to the native of Guayanilla, Puerto Rico is 0-1. Swinging strike. Flores buying with St. Pierre selling, 0-2. Around 500 at Mitchell Field, hoping that the 57's can take care of the Beavers here with the bases loaded and 2 away. 0-2 the count. Brady Nygaard on deck. St. Pierre, 0-2 pitch. Slow roller, Brett Esau in the glove. Throw to first in time, and that'll do it. Brett Esau had to take that low-velocity ground ball on the run, and he made a great play to take care of the runner at first. 57's weather a storm early, and we are scoreless. Heading to the bottom of the first, Swift on the sticks when we return with 57's Baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Glad you could join us wherever you may be and whoever you may be cheering for. We'd like to say hello to any friends and family of Weyburn Beavers players. The boys from Weyburn certainly representing their hometown well in the regular season with a late season surge to leapfrog the Regina Red Sox to the standings, finish ahead of them, and subsequently eliminate them from the playoffs. Just thinking about it, when the WMBL changed its recruiting rules and went to a straight collegiate league, Weyburn Beavers seem to be the team that has benefited from that change the most. Now, not having seen Weyburn's financial bottom line, I can't speak to that, but in terms of on-field success, the Weyburn Beavers, one of the teams that, forgive me for saying so, was a league doormat up until around 2012, and then they've consistently found themselves in the playoffs, near the top of the standings in the WMBL East, and now playing for an Eastern Division championship and stand a very good chance of advancing to the league final. And if they do, they'll have home field advantage. So the Beavers, under the direction of Phil Curtis, have just grown leaps and bounds as an organization on the field and off. They've done a great job in Weyburn. Garrett Waters getting the start. This is the third time in the summer of 17 that he's seen the 57's. Ground ball by Thomas de Bonville, hit to Evan Widener, and de Bonville taken care of via the 6-3. That'll bring Riley Campbell to the plate.
Third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Garrett Waters in the regular season, 8 appearances, all of them starts, 58 innings of work, allowing 68 hits, striking out 33 and walking 10, 27 earned runs, a record of 6-1 with a 4.19 earned run average. Against the 57's in 2017, he was 2-0 in 2 appearances, working 16 innings, allowing 8 earned runs, 7 strikeouts to 3 walks. 57's hit .294 off of Waters and had a 4.35 earned run average, so Swift Current capable of getting to the righty, Garrett Waters, out of Mobile, Alabama, but the Beavers have had good run support against Swift Current with Waters on the mound. Riley Campbell fouls that one off, and he's quickly behind Waters, 0-2. One down here.
But the folks at Standard Motors are happy to pay $1 for every foul ball returned to the souvenir booth tonight.
Campbell, best batting average for the 57's in round 1. Well north of 400. 429. There's a shot to left field, though, and that'll be in the glove of Anthony Wiggins for the second out. Garrett Waters pitching to Zach Frazier, Brady Nygaard at first, Luis Jimenez at second base. Shortstop is Evan Widener, Zach Mathis at third, Anthony Wiggins in left, Brett Young out of Lodi, California in center. Ulysses Fluellen is in right field for the Weyburn Beavers. So a quick 2 outs here, Garrett Waters. 7 pitches to get 2 away. High fastball to Blake Adams, a seductive little bit of high heat. Adams takes a big hack. And the count is 0-1 with 2 away here. Breaking ball. Just stays above the belt, 1-1 to Adams. Bodie Cooper on deck. Adams, the WMBL Rookie of the Year in the regular season. Ground ball, hit to third. Zach Mathis in the glove on target to third base, and the 57's 3 up, 3 down. 1 inning in the books as we begin round 2 of the WMBL playoffs in this Eastern Final. Swift Current and Weyburn are scoreless. Back with more 57's baseball right after this.
57's and the Weyburn Beavers.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
7, 8, 9 for the Weyburn Beavers due up here in the, what are we, top of second. Bob St. Pierre on the mound. Brady Nygaard, Zach Frazier, Brett Young as St. Pierre fastball in 3-0 count. Both teams getting to the division final. St. Pierre high and in, uncharacteristically walking someone in 4 pitches.
Now batting, the catcher, number 17, Zach Frazier.
Zach Frazier out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Not your stereotypical catcher's body. Frazier standing at 6'4" in there. WMBL Coach of the Year Phil Curtis sends in the signals to hitter and runner. Nobody out here in the second inning. St. Pierre fastball. Frazier shows bunt just a little bit low, and it's ball 1. Still scoreless here in Swift Current. Game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern Finals. Medicine Hat and Edmonton also opening the western side. That's bunted foul. Medicine Hat Mavericks have a quick 1-0 lead on the Prospects. That's in the bottom of the first inning. Edmonton Prospects shocking the world again by defeating the Okotoks Dogs in 5 games. They beat Okotoks in 4 last year in the 1-versus-4 matchup, a major upset. And the Edmonton Prospects lightning striking twice, eliminating the defending regular season champions. Edmonton beating Okotoks. As the bunt gets down, Riley Campbell charges that, gets the 5-3 with the runner advancing to second.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6.
Down goes Frazier, but up to second goes Nygaard with 1 down. Brett Young, the number 9 hitter in the order. Edmonton Prospects beating the Okotoks Dogs. That's Conor McGregor knocking out Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match 2 years in a row. Major upset. St. Pierre with a runner on at second and 1 away. Pitch out, hops away from Mason Brown, and advancing to third base is Brady Nygaard. Weyburn Beavers forcing the issue early in Game 1 of this best-of-5 series in Swift Current. 1-0 pitch, St. Pierre, fastball, ground ball. Hopping off Riley Campbell, runner heading for home. And Campbell with his mind occupied on the runner at third, no play.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7, Luis Jimenez.
Top of the order for the Beavers and Luis Jimenez. Runners on the corners and 1 down. Bobby St. Pierre and the Swift Current 57's trying to weather some stormy conditions yet again here as the Weyburn Beavers. They are not hitting balls hard off Bobby St. Pierre, but they're getting runners on base. They stranded 3 in the first. Slider for strike 1. Ron Shuchuk behind the plate. Calling the balls and strikes tonight. St. Pierre fastball, and he pumps Ched past Jimenez. Jimenez 0 for 1 in this game, 429 in the playoffs. He hit a fly ball to Nick Conyas. Opposite field shot to right. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Runner in motion, Mason Brown. Throw to second, not quite in time. Swiped bag for Brett Young, and the count 1-2. Count, guys. Ground ball off the pitcher's mound. A high hopper. A run's going to come in to score. And the throw takes Bodie Cooper off of first, and the Weyburn Beavers strike first in round 2. An opportunistic, unconventional hop off of the pitcher's mound. And the Beavers on the board, and runners on the corner, still only one down here. And the Weyburn Beavers just swinging the bat and good things happening here. Runner in motion. Brown hangs on to that with a runner at third. And runners on at second and third now. Fouled off by Mathis. Runners on at second and third with one away here in the top of the second inning. A 1-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers early. St. Pierre, high heat. And that takes care of Zach Mathis.
Strikeout for Bobby St. Pierre. Now batting the shortstop, number 21, Evan Widener.
Evan Widener flew out to right field his last time up. Strike 2 to Evan Widener, 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. St. Pierre, fastball just above the belt. Game 1 and 2 here in Swift Current tonight and tomorrow night. We go to Weyburn on Wednesday and Thursday if necessary. Breaking ball, timed out. Blake Adams has to hurry, and that'll one-hop the 57's left fielder. 2 are going to score. And the Beavers put up a field goal here in the top of the second and are out to a quick 3-0 lead.
Now batting the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Fluellen.
One swing of the bat, 2 RBI for Evan Widener with runners on at second and third. As he hit that St. Pierre slider just right. Fluellen, ground ball. Cole Thibodeau flipped to second, and there's out number 3 of the top of the second. Weyburn Beavers put 3 on the board and are up. Bottom of 2 coming up. Swift with some catching up to do, and they got time to do it. 3-0 Beavers, bottom of 2 on the way. This is 57's Baseball for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball, bottom of 2. Bodie Cooper making his way to the plate to try and get Swifty back into this one. Quick lead for the Weyburn Beavers. It's 3-0. Both teams coming off 2 days rest as they were able to win their best-of-5 series in 4 after the two series out west went 5. Bodie Cooper swatting at a high fastball from Garrett Waters, which is hit foul. And the count 0-1 to Bodie. Strike 2 to Cooper as he swings at a breaking ball from the right hand of Garrett Waters. Cooper, Esau, and Mason Brown due up here for the 57's, bottom of the second inning. Hey, we got a very special guest joining us here. We'll give him a chance to saddle up in our guest chair. Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perreault joining us as Bodie Cooper hits a fly ball. That's not going to escape the infield as catch is made, and there's 2 down here. Dennis Perreault joining us, Mayor of Swift Current. Dennis, I'll tell you, you look great in the green and orange. You got your 57's hat, your 57's jersey. It's colors that you seem to be wearing with pride.
Absolutely, sure. Excited for second round of the playoffs, and good to see you here, Ryan. You're doing a great job on the YouTube.
Well, happy to keep everyone informed while the 57's were away. I'll tell you what, Moose Jaw Mayor Fraser told me is going to start blocking your tweets before too long because you put it out there, and I love the way you have the back of Swift Current and our sports fans here. You did it in hockey season with the Broncos and Warriors of the Western Hockey League, and then again in baseball season. Have you talked to Mayor Tolmie since the 57's Game 4 win? You
bet. We've been texting back and forth. I don't know if he's going to take any more of my bets, though. He's now 0 for 2, and he's going to look real good in the green and orange this week.
Well, everyone looks good in the green and orange. You know, your thoughts as the mayor of Swift Current, you know, the first time you saw that. I know you were there in council chambers at the unveiling. What was your first impression of the new look as Brett Esau singles?
Nice shot by Esau, number 11. Big fan. You know, I was excited. I really like the look of the new gear, and I think all of Swift Current does. You know, you see the product all over town. Just talking to the merch girls downstairs, they're starting to sell actually a lot of product, which is so good for the team. And I think it's something everyone can rally around. You know, orange is okay, but it's complemented so well by a green. You know, green being a Saskatchewan color, and you just see it everywhere. All the little kids and all the mums and dads. It's great to see.
I love how Minor Ball adopted it too. It's really become a Swift Current color when you go to baseball tournaments, and it's easy to spot the Swift Current people there with the neon orange. So I do love that. You know, Dennis, since you were elected mayor in October, well, first I'll start by asking, how are things going? Is it what you expected, having the job with the chain of office?
Oh, those are tough questions there, Ryan. You know, honestly, I'm having a great time with it. It's a great time to be a part of Swift Current. We're in growth mode right now. My phone definitely rings a little bit more, which in a good way though, and that's a real positive, and it's exciting to be a part of the growth in our community.
You know, we got on our webcast here, we have lots of people from Swift Current to tune in. We got lots of people from around North America as well, following their sons and nephews and grandkids here. You know, I'll give you a chance to give the Swift Current sales pitch now on the hashtag Grow Swift. You know, what's the best thing about Swift Current right now?
Honestly, I think it's the people. Our community embraces newcomers. We embrace success. You know, when you see people that are doing well, they're rewarded here in our community, and we're thankful for all the entrepreneurs, for all of our producers, you know, all of our farmers that are working hard right now out in the field, all of our oil field companies that are thriving, even though it's a little bit of a challenge right now. You know, to me, it's that grit and determination of our community that I think is our best selling feature. And for any of those that are listening from outside of Swift Current, outside of Saskatchewan, come on out. I think you'd be really impressed to check out Swift Current. Check out our parks and our rec. Check out our beautiful pathway. Obviously, check out our 57's. And if you happen to come in the wintertime, come check out our Broncos.
Absolutely, well said. You're someone, since getting elected, you've really made it a priority to show your support to the local sports teams. We touched on your support with the Swift Current Broncos. I even saw on social media you put on roller derby gear and did a practice with the Redneck Betties, and I'm sure you left that practice with some stories to tell. But then again, with the support of the 57's, why is that something that you take time out of your busy schedule to make sure and show support for?
It's a part of our community, and I believe that part of the job as a mayor is to help sell our city, and one of our big strengths are these community sports and these community activities that we have. So I've always been happy to be a part of it, and I'm even more excited to be a part of it in a little bit bigger way. And I'm so proud to be out on the road selling Swift Current, 57's, Broncos, minor sports, all those great things that I think are part of the package that makes Swift Current an awesome place to be, and not just a place to be from.
I know outgoing 57's president Bruce Daig is a member of your city council now. But in terms of the 57's, Mike Mutlow and Joe Carnahan, two of the major figureheads of the organization now. What's your working relationship like with those two?
It's been great. I first got in touch with Bruce actually quite a while ago, long before he joined council, and we started talking then about ways we could definitely increase attendance, but also just get people excited for the 57's. And I give credit to the president, Mike Motlow, and his legion of volunteers that have gone out of their way to make this community team truly supportive of a community, and gotten them out and about to so many events and so many things, and they're really doing well. I mean, desperate. Like, they saw incredible attendance increase this year. I think almost 40% more on ticket sales than in the past. Increase on merch sales. Increase on the store. Increase down in the restaurant. All those things that I know help their bottom line. This club has a goal to just break even, and I know they're going to do better than that this year. And kudos to the board and to the volunteers. Yeah,
it's been a very good year for sure. So, I mean, you made it to a lot of ball games this year. Your thoughts on the series, Swift Current and Weyburn? How do you think Swift Current will do against a very capable squad from out east?
Well, I believe that our club's playing well right now. We've got great batting, great pitching. When we're leading leagues in things like RBIs and home runs, and we've definitely got speed, we've definitely got talent, and I think we've got heavy bats that are going to look really good come along the stretch. I know we're down 3-0 right now, but this is only game one, and we are a great team. Honestly, I think this series could go a little deeper than what we'd all like, but I think at the end of the day, Swift Current 57's will be on top looking for the next round.
Right on. Dennis, always appreciate your support, and thanks a bunch for taking time coming up here. I know you bring your son Luke to all the games, so we'll let you get back to hanging out with him. Thanks again, Denny.
You bet. Thanks so much, Ryan, and great job on YouTube. To all those people watching, we're sure lucky to have Ryan do this.
Well, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated, Dennis. Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perreault joining us here, and we'll be back with the top of the third inning. 3-0 Weyburn. 57's baseball returns after this.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Top of the third inning, Anthony Wiggins with a double to get things going for the Weyburn Beavers. Big thanks to Swift Current Mayor Dennis Perreault for coming up here and joining us here on our 57's webcast for Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Dennis, I think it was around 80% of the popular vote in this past October's election. Ground ball hit to Brett Esau. Esau in the glove and off to first. Carlos Flores, the Wimble Player of the Week, is retired once again by the 6-3. Second time he's grounded out to Esau in this one. Brady Nygaard, who walked his last time up now to the plate, runner on at second and one down. Nice block by Mason Brown on a pitch traveling low and away. St. Pierre 44 pitches thus far. Ground ball again to Esau. Nice lateral movement and an on-target throw to first. Brady Nygaard can run fast. 57's got him in time, though. Zach Fraser successfully getting down a sac bunt last inning. And doing his part to contribute to the Beavers' 3-0 lead. First pitch fastball from St. Pierre right at the letters of Fraser. Bob St. Pierre out of Windsor, Ontario, his third summer in Swift Current. 2015 as the closer, 2016 as the 57's, or the then Swift Current Indians Game 1 starter. And once again for his senior year in a starting role. 2-0 count to Fraser, who represents the number 8 spot in the batting order. St. Pierre pumps Ched past him, and count is 2-1. St. Pierre wants Mason Brown to come have a chat with him with a runner on at second base. We've talked about it before. St. Pierre is the alpha dog on this Swift Current 57 squad. If there was the position of team captain, it would be Bobby. Vocal guy in the dugout. I know the last time the 57's met the Beavers in the regular season, it was a 6-0 win for Weyburn. And St. Pierre ended up becoming the chairman of a players-only meeting. And 57's played real well after that. 2-2 pitch with 2 away, and Fraser goes down swinging.
And that is another strikeout.
One is stranded, none score. Bottom of 3 on the way. 57's looking to rally from a 3-0 deficit. Back with more 57's baseball after these.
3-0 in favor of the Weyburn Beavers over the Swift Current 57's. The Swift Current 57's will like to
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Hello, baseball fans. We're back here at Mitchell Field in Swift Current. Game number 1 of the WMBL Eastern Final.
26, Nick Conyers.
Conyers, Cole Thibodeau, and top of the order, Thomas de Bonville due up for the 57's. Bottom of the third inning, Swift Current down 3-0. A 3-run second from the Weyburn Beavers. Have them up. Big shout out to Thomas Eldon in Colorado watching the game. Member of Thomas de Bonville's family who will see action this inning in an 8-9-1. Also Bob St. Pierre's family, of course, checking in from from Windsor. A little bit farther away from Windsor as Nick Kanya swats at a high fastball, and he's going to pound that in between first and second. Second hit of the ball game for the 57's as Conyers leads off the bottom of the third with a single.
Cole Thibodeau.
Let me know where you're watching from. Tweet at me, Ryan_Schweitzer, SWITZER. TZER for our American friends. It's Ryan_Schweitzer on Twitter. Love to know where you're checking out this game from. Nobody out, Cole Thibodeau at the plate. Thomas de Bonville on deck, Nick Conyers on at first base. 3-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. We're already in the bottom of the third inning here as this game is cruising right along. We'll be back here tomorrow night at 7:05 for game number 2 of this series before hitting the road Wednesday and perhaps Thursday. If I'm a betting man, I would think at least 4 would be necessary in this series. Ground ball hit to the first baseman. Garrett Waters covering first base as Brady Nygaard taken off the base to grab that ground ball. Runner advances to second.
The center fielder, number 4, Thomas de Bonville.
One down, Tom de Bonville to the plate. De Bonville, with the series tied 1-1 against the Moose Jaw Miller Express, had a 2-home-run game in Game 3. Looking back on it, his play in Game 3 a big turning point in the series. As Moose Jaw was coming off a Game 2 win, De Bonville homering on the second pitch of the game, really setting the tone for the 57's and allowing them to get the ball rolling and subsequently win the series. So many difference-making moments over the course of a 9-inning ball game, but Thomas de Bonville responsible for a couple in that series against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. 9 games in the regular season for de Bonville, as he was brought in right before the roster deadline. Nick Conyers on at second with 1 down. 57's down by 3. Curveball. De Bonville gets a piece of it. Hits it to center field. Back on his horse is Brett Young, and Young makes the catch. Conyers stranded at second as for now.
Now batting, sponsored by JTS Bus Lines, the third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Wadsworth, Ohio's Riley Campbell. University of Toledo at Ohio. Nick Conyers on at second, breaking ball to Campbell, just below the letters inside. 1-0 count to Riley. Riley Campbell now .412 in the playoffs. He was an offensive difference maker for the 57's in round 1 against the Moose Jaw Miller Express. 1-1 count to Riley, breaking ball, catching the inside part of the plate. One and one, 2 away. Shot by Campbell. Line drive right into the glove of Luis Jimenez, the second baseman. One is stranded. 3 in the books.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. After 3 innings completed, 3-0.
And we will head to the top of the 4th inning. 3-0 Beavers. Back with more 57's baseball in just a moment.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Welcome back to WMBL playoff baseball action. Ryan Schweitzer in Swift Current, game number 1 of the 57's and the Weyburn Beavers. These two teams no stranger to each other in postseason play, 4th year in a row that Phil Curtis and Joe Carnahan's teams have met each other in either the first or second round of the WMBL playoffs. 57's, and we are the Swift Current Homer broadcast as we say this, and we will knock on wood as we say 57's. Have not lost a playoff series against the Beavers in recent history, although the Beavers, and we touched on this earlier, since the league changed its recruiting rules and became a straight summer collegiate woodbat league, no team has showed the improvement that Weyburn has. Now, Swift Current hasn't really gotten any worse statistically since that happened. Winning the championship last year, called strike 3 on Brett Young. Third strikeout of the game for BSP, his second in a row, stretched over 2 innings. Weyburn Beavers in the old system, when the WMBL was, for lack of a better term, more of a glorified men's league with a few U.S. imports. Beavers consistently league bottom feeders. But since the change in the recruiting rules and the arrival of Phil Curtis as head coach, the graph has moved upwards on the field and off for Weyburn. Breaking ball from St. Pierre, count 0-2. Bobby starting to have a little bit more swagger on the mound. Going right after Luis Jimenez. Jimenez reaches for that ground ball. Campbell will have to hurry, and a tough time making the transition from glove to throwing hand. Weyburn is swinging at baseballs, and good things are happening.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 36, Zach Mathis.
That is Weyburn's 8th hit of the ballgame. And save for the double by Anthony Wiggins, none of them really hard off St. Pierre. The Beavers working hard, industrious and resourceful, like the mammal from which they get their name. Well hit ball by Mathis, and that's going to stay fair, right down the second base line. They're going to hold the runner at second, double for Mathis. So Zach Mathis pulls one down the first base line, and now with 1 out, there's runners on at second and third. Again, not a ball that was drilled off of Bobby, a well-hit baseball to put runners on at second and third. And with 2 on, Mason Brown is going to go have a quick chat with St. Pierre.
Kid sets the standard mother's foul ball. Run and get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir.
Fouled off by Evan Widener. RBI single that brought in 2. Widener with one swing of the bat. Helped the Beavers build this 3-0 lead in his last plate appearance. 0-2 to Widener. High heat from St. Pierre. And Evan Widener out of Colorado Springs, Colorado takes. Widener with a shot to shallow right field. Nick Conyas hurries. It falls in front of him. He gets up, makes the throw to Mason Brown. Tag unable to be made there. And it's an RBI signal by Widener. Throw just behind the runner.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Fluellen.
And that's the 3rd RBI of the game for Widener. One and one the count. Fluellen, big hack with cruel intentions. And the count 1-2. Pitch high and in. And 1-2. Make that 2-2. It's a 4-0 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Turns out that was a sac fly RBI by Evan Widener. Nick Conyas did make that catch and right. Sac fly RBI by Widener. Two-two pitch. St. Pierre. Fastball drops in low, and it'll be a full count to Fluellen. Three-two pitch. Runner on at second. St. Pierre induces a fly ball from Fluellen. Nick Conyas runs over from right. Catch is made. Beavers strand one, but score one. Bottom of 4 coming up, and it's a 4-0 Weyburn lead. Back with more 57's baseball after these.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the play-by-play between Swift Current and Weyburn. Adams, Cooper, Esau due up for Swift, who trail at 4-0. Garrett Waters, right-handed pitcher from Mobile, Alabama. 3 innings of work, allowing 2 hits, striking out 1, facing 11 batters. Third time in the summer of 17 that Waters has faced the 57's. He was 2-0 against Swift Current in the regular season as the tall, lanky right-hander. Ground ball by Adams fouled towards the third base patio. One of them out in left field. Newest addition to the ballpark, that patio on left, overlooking the 57's bullpen. I would venture to guess between 600 and 700 on hand here for Game 1 of this Eastern Final. Swift Current against Weyburn. Waters, fastball, letter high to Adams. Count 1-2. Fastball from Waters, about eye height to Adams. Big hello to Lisa Conyas in Texas, mother of Nick Conyas. Apparently, it's her son's birthday, who's celebrating so far with a couple nice catches in right field and a single. Blake Adams in the 5-6 gap. Tough play at short to make by Evan Widener, and Adams is going to leg out an infield single. Weyburn's had a few of those.
The first baseman, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Puts one on and none out for Bodie Cooper. Also, hello to a lot of the folks in Weyburn checking this one out. Johnny Knox in Weyburn. Glad to have Johnny as part of the webcast audience here. Watching from Weyburn. Great video cams. What are you using? This camera, your garden variety run-of-the-mill Sony camcorder that you can get at any Best Buy. This one, Sony NX5U, if you must know. Bodie Cooper hits one back. Hit deep. Good gracious. Bodacious. A picture-perfect swing on that ball. Bodie Cooper. And with one swing of the bat, Bodie Cooper takes a big bite into the Beaver lead. It's 4-2 Weyburn. Cooper's third postseason dinger.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 11, Brett Esau.
Garrett Waters has pitched the 57's well. Left that one up against Bodie Cooper. And Bodie drilling that one almost to straightaway center. Bodie last year in the playoffs, I kid you not, hit one over the hitter's eye. That big pirate ship sail in center field, Bodie cleared that more than 400 feet. This one a solid 390 from Cooper, as he saw something he could drive. And now Brett Esau, who's 1 for 1 so far in this one. Shout out to Regina Red Sox play-by-play guy Brendan McGuire, watching from Regina as well. One play-by-play guy to another. Brendan calls a hell of a good ball game as Esau swings at something off speed. Count is 2-2. It's tough going to markets where there's already a play-by-play guy there, because you find yourself trying to talk but listen at the same time to what the other guy is saying, and Brendan McGuire always full of insight. As Brett Esau, again, out in front of something off speed from Waters, and strike 3, 1 down.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Nathan Brown.
Mitch Giberson's family joining us from Washington as well. Giberson, a solid playoff performer for the 57's in that Game 4 win at the expense of the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Swift needed a good Game 4 start, and they got it. Ron Shuchuk, home plate umpire, turns around to say, turn that loud music down as Mason Brown hits that to left, hit deep, and Mason Brown goes downtown. His first home run of the summer of 17. And Mason Brown makes it a 3-run fourth for the 57's, who trail now by 1 run, 4-3. Blake Adams infield single. Bodie Cooper 2-run bomb. Mason Brown with a 1-out dinger with 1 on. And now Matt Bondarchuk to the plate. Mason Brown finding his swing in the month of August. He'd be the first to admit that he struggled with the bat during the regular season, but now in this postseason, a .438 average with a home run. So Weyburn, who went up 4-0 early in this one, has had the 57's get 3 back at their expense. Matt Bondarchuk to the plate with 1 down, thinking bunt, puts it into the backstop, and the count is 0-1. Big hello to Clark Broughton, now living in Lloydminster. Clark did a heck of a job covering the 57's for Golden West Radio and Swift Current this year. At every game, good interview rapport with the guys on the team. And Clark moving on up in the sports/broadcasting world. Now the full-time play-by-play guy of the Alberta Junior Hockey League's Lloydminster Bobcats. Lloyd's addition is Swift Current's loss as Matt Bondarchuk hits one to shallow center field. Brett Young makes the catch. 2 away. Birthday boy Nick Conyas to the plate.
Number 26, Nick Conyas.
Cole Thibodeau on deck, 2 away, nobody on here. 57's with not 1 but 2 home runs in their half of the 4th. And this game shaping up like a shootout at the Old West Saloon here in Val-Marie. Well hit ball by Conyas as he spanks that to right field. Ulysses Fluellen uses that mastodonic reach and makes the catch. That's a loud out, to say the least. 57's put up 3 in their half of the 4th, and what was a 4-0 lead for the Beavers has evaporated to a 4-3 lead. Top of 5, BSP on the mound. We'll be back shortly.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Anthony Wiggins leading off for the Beavers, top of the fifth, 4-3 lead for the 57's. Ground ball to Brett Esau, and the throw to first, not quite in time. Esau doing a good job charging that ball. But Wiggins on with an infield single.
Number 18, Carlos Flores.
Wiggins 3 for 3 tonight. 4-3 lead for the Beavers. St. Pierre, breaking ball, push bunt, and that's going to be an infield single as Flores blows a tire, has to walk it off too, as looks like he tripped over first base. Legged out an infield single, but Flores blew a tire. And the Beavers in game one thus far, small ball on the 57's to death here. Infield single, bunt single. 10 hits off Bobby St. Pierre officially, but they are not pounding balls off him by any means. St. Pierre 3 strikeouts to 1 walk, but the Beavers are just taking hacks, putting the ball into play. And they lead at 4-3.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5, Brady Nygaard.
Brady Nygaard's walked and grounded out to short. There's nobody out here, and runners on at first and second. Bunt single, infield single by the 2 men on base for the Beavers. Anthony Wiggins and Carlos Flores, respectively. Swing and a miss. Pitch number 71 of the ball game. Out of the right hand of St. Pierre here in the top of the fifth. 4-3, the Beavers lead it. Weyburn's got guys on base and scored them. 57's. They're 3 runs on the strength of 2 dingers. And Mason Brown, with runners on at first and second, heading out to have a quick convo with Bobby St. Pierre. One pitch, St. Pierre, fastball. And that's going to dribble through the 5-6 gap. Another bleeder for the Beavers here.
Now batting, the catcher, number 17, Zach Frazier.
Credit the Weyburn Beavers coming in here, putting balls into play. Perhaps making the necessary sacrifices to the baseball gods in their 2 days off before coming here. A sound defensive game by the squad from Weyburn, and just the ability to put balls into play and have good things happen, have the Beavers up 1 here. 4-3 the score, but with nobody out and the sacks juiced. Weyburn threatening again. Zach Frazier is at the plate. Sack bunt, and he struck out his last time up for Frazier, the number 8 hitter in Weyburn's batting order. Frazier, 211 in the playoffs, 293 in the regular season. Mason Brown puts his body behind that baseball. Brown with his first home run of the summer of 17. As he's had some great swings on baseballs in the postseason. That accounted for the 57's third run. They want to keep that deficit at just 1. Weyburn knocking on the door, and Bobby St. Pierre and the 57's trying to Houdini themselves out of trouble here in the top of the 5th. 1-2 count. One-two pitch. Fraser gets underneath that ball and high velocity swing with good bat speed. Sends that into the dugout. Lights are on here at Mitchell Field. It's a picturesque August evening. Not too hot, not too cold. Game time temperature just in that Goldilocks realm of just right for game number 1 of the 57's and Beavers. Mathis times that slider nicely, and the Weyburn Beavers hit a grand slam home run. And with one swing of the bat, it's an 8-3 ball game. Zach Mathis, a slider that St. Pierre threw about belt level in the native of Grand Rapids, Michigan, has rapidly expanded the Beavers' lead.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 6, Brett Young.
Strike 3, St. Pierre going right after Brett Young. Fastball, slider to take care of Young. And Luis Jimenez. 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored for Jimenez. 8-3, the Beavers lead it. Top of the 5th inning. A Zach Fraser grand slam home run after the 57's had a 3-run 4th. Has silenced the crowd here at Mitchell Field. Nobody said it would be easy for Swift. Ball's fouled out of here by Jimenez. Leadoff hitter for the Beavers. Luis Jimenez. Dive and catch, Nick Conyas. Nick Conyas covering a swath of Canadian prairie in right field tonight as he makes another dynamite catch. Big shout out to Kevin and Jennifer Thibodeau watching from Omaha. A community that's been great to the Swift Current WMBL team over the years. Cole Thibodeau's parents, Kevin and Jennifer Thibodeau, in Omaha. And Tara Campbell, proud baseball mom in Wadsworth, Ohio. Those Campbell boys had dynamite years for Regina and Swift Current. Ground ball, Zach Mathis, Brett Esau. Throw to first is in time. Damage done in the top of the 5th. A grand slam home run by the Weyburn Beavers. Have them up 8-3. The deficit is 5 for Swift Current. It's doable. They'll try and take another bite into that Beaver lead when we return with 57's baseball after this.
For the team this season. And check out the Diamond Energy Beer booth and quench your thirst this evening.
Live in Sky Casino. Live in Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Live in Sky Casino. Live in Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Here we go. Bottom of the fifth, 9-1-2. Due up for Swift Current. Cole Thibodeau, Thomas de Bonville, Riley Campbell, Garrett Waters. Fastball outside, 1-1 the count to Thibodeau. Waters, 39 pitches for strikes or contact to 15 balls as we get rolling here in the fifth. 4 innings of work, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, striking out 2. No walks yet issued by Garrett Waters. Cole Thibodeau will be the 18th batter faced for the native of Mobile, Alabama. Fastball on the 1-2 is about eye level. 2-2 count. Breaking ball. Thibodeau gets a small piece of it, but it'll go down swinging here to lead off the fifth. Bottom of.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the center fielder, number 4, Thomas de Bonville.
Thomas de Bonville is the type of player who can make things happen and be an electrifying presence, offensively or defensively. And the 57's in search of a spark here. Can Thomas de Bonville ignite that? Ground ball off the mid of Zach Mathis. Over to the shortstop, Evan Widener. Throw to first is in time. A 5-6-3 out at first.
Now batting, sponsored by JTS Bus Lines, at third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Riley Campbell with 2 down and his team down by 5. An 8-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Weyburn came into Swift Current fired up. They were swinging at everything. They small-balled the 57's for 4 runs and then a grand slam dinger by Zach Frazier. They've come into Swift fired up yet patient, and it's paid off. A 5-run game 1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. One-two pitch, 2 away. Strike 2 to Campbell. Two pitch, 2 away. Garrett Waters. Fastball up to Campbell, full count now. Garrett Waters, the ace of the staff for the Beavers. Fastball in. Campbell pops it up. Brady Nygaard, first baseman, makes the catch. That'll be the third out of the bottom of the fifth. Top of six we go. 8-3 Beavers. Back with more 57's baseball after this.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
This is a masterpiece pitching change. Now pitching for the Swift Current 57's, number 37, Trey Taylor.
8-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Trey Taylor's going to come in to pitch for the 57's. For Bob St. Pierre, 5 innings pitched. Beavers got 13 hits off of him. There was that big Grand Slam home run hit by Zach Fraser, but a lot of bunt and infield singles in those 13 hits as well. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk for St. Pierre. So Trey Taylor comes in to pitch for the 57's. '57's got through round 1 without using Trey in that series against the Moose Jaw Miller Express.
Leading off for the Weyburn Beavers, the shortstop, number 21, Evan Widener.
Trey in the regular season, 22 appearances to lead the 57's in that stat. 25 2/3 innings of work, allowing 29 hits, 25 strikeouts to 10 walks, 1-0, and a 2.45 earned run average. So Trey Taylor coming on here in the top of the 6th with his team down 8-3. First Beaver batter that he'll face will be the number 3 hole hitter in their lineup, Evan Widener, the shortstop from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Fastball from Taylor. Count 1-0. Widener 3 RBI in this game, 1 for 2, 450 batting average in the playoffs. Taylor 2-0 pitch. Fastball finds the strike zone, 2-1.
Go ahead.
3-1 count.
No double play.
Trey Taylor. Relief pitcher from Kansas induces a fly ball to the shallow outfield. Cole Thibodeau ventures into the right field grass to make that catch, 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Fluellen.
Fluellen infield single in this game to go with the ground out and a fly out. The big cleanup hitter for the Beavers. Now hitting 188 in the postseason, 1 for 3 this game. Fluellen in the regular season, 301 hitter. Fouls that off of himself. Trey Taylor. Fastball high past Fluellen. Trey Taylor pitching to Mason Brown, teammates at Emporia State University. Taylor tries to work the outside corner, count 1-2 to Ulysses. Fly ball, right field, Nick Conyas. And Conyas unable to squeeze that ball. Fluellen rounding second, heading for third. And Fluellen, his momentum, almost taking him off the bag, but the tag was there in time. Nick Conyas unable to make the catch, but then puts the hose on display in right field and takes care of Fluellen via the 9-5. Nick Conyas on target.
The left fielder, number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
That ball twisted on Conyas, an opposite field shot. It was awkward for him to get the glove on. It was off the heel of the hand, but he made the quick recovery and threw a dart to Riley Campbell at third. Nick Conyas taking care of Ulysses Fluellen. Fluellen, long gazelle-like strides, but Nick Conyas able to get the ball there first. Shot to DeBonville in center field, and there's out number 3. And the Swift Current fans fired up after that play from Conyas. Anthony Wiggins flies out to the center fielder.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors.
Bottom of 6, Swift down by 5.
5.5 innings, it's 8-3.
8-3, back with more after these.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
For the Swift Current 57, sponsored by Living Sky Casino. The left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
Blake Adams to lead off. Adams, Cooper, Esau. That's 3-4-5 in the 57's batting order. Swift Current trailing by 5. It's 8-3. Adams with a well-hit ball to center field. However, Brett Young is there making the catch.
Now batting, sponsored by Melhoff Electric, the first baseman, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Bodie 1 for 2 with a 2-run home run. The deficit is 5 for the 57's. Garrett Waters, his 6th inning of work. Fastball up and into Cooper. Waters threw 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs all earned, striking out 3. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Inside, 2-0 count. Two-0. Bodie was thinking fastball. He held off on that one. Pitch looked a bit low, but Ron Shuchuk, the grizzled veteran umpire behind the plate, had a better look at that pitch than I did. Ground ball, Bodie Cooper spanks that one in the 5-6 gap. Bodie's 2 for 3 with Brett Esau coming to the plate. Shameless plug for Snow Streaker Media, the webcast provider of the Swift Current 57's. We need to get Snow Streaker written in a bigger font on that sign. You can see it on the left of your screen. There's a lot of fans in Swift Current that think that that sign out there is actually a commercial for, well, some sort of blue pill. Sign's had a few guys crash into it this year too and had a few balls bounce off it. Make sure we get a new one in place for next year. All right, shameless plugging over. Esau, fly ball on the 2-0 pitch, sitting on fastball and just missing. And a fly ball to center field where Brett Young makes the catch. Mason Brown 1 for 2 with a solo dinger. Catcher Zach Fraser lets the Weyburn fielders know that there are 2 away. Bodie Cooper at first. Mason Brown, his first home run in the summer of 17. Last time he was up. Brown hits that into the outfield. Brett Young, once again, the center fielder, makes the catch. One is stranded, none score, 6 innings in the books. Top of 7 coming up, 8-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Back with more 57's baseball right after this.
Let's go back down to Glenn. Thanks, Colin. We're just getting our contestants over here for the ball.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Thank you to Swift Current Building Supplies for providing the materials for the new patio at Mitchell Field.
See Swift Current Building Supplies for all types of lumber, kitchen hardware, tools, power tools, fence, and shed packages.
At your one-stop, we carry everything shop for building and renovation.
Building supplies, farm and ranch, construction, paints, and decor. Swift Current Building Supplies, Swift Current's complete home and farm building supply center. Highway 1 West.
Back to you, Colin.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action between the Beavers and 57's Eastern Conference Final in the WMBL playoffs. Game number 1 of the best of 5. And everything this game's been coming up Beavers. 57's with a couple of home runs. Bodie Cooper with a 2-run shot. Mason Brown with a solo dinger, but Beavers have played a sound baseball game. They've scrapped runs across the plate and then rewarded for their efforts with a grand slam home run by Zach Fraser to compile this 8-3 lead. Carlos Flores, defending league player of the week, fouls that off. Flores 1 for 3 with a bunt single in this one, hitting .444 in this WMBL postseason. Flores launches that one to left field. Blake Adams has to hurry. That's over top of his head. A one-hopper over top of the fence. Ground rule double for Flores. And pardon me, that's a solo home run by Flores.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5, Brady Nygaard.
Didn't look like that had the stuff for a home run off the bat head, but that ball just traveling. And 9-3 the lead, Carlos Flores. Solo bomb. And the Beavers now up 6 in the 7th. Fastball up from Taylor, 1-2 now. Nygaard a walk and a single. He's also grounded out to Brett Esau on this one. 1-2 the count. Full count now to Nygaard. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Pitch that didn't miss by much.
Now batting, the catcher, number 17, Zach Frazier.
Zach Frazier with a game-altering swing of the bat the last time he was up. With his team up 4-3 after the 57's had a 3-run inning. Frazier with a grand slam home run. Runner on at first for him. Taylor fastball in. Count is 1-0. Fastball high and inside. Big swing by Frazier. 1-1. Strike called, 1-2. 57's limbering up Garrett Goodall for what could potentially be his first postseason appearance. Trey Taylor, 2-inning guy for the 57's. He's worked 1 so far, 2 hits, 1 earned run, that home run. One-two pitch. High fastball. Takes care of Frazier. Sack bunt, 2 strikeouts, and a grand slam home run the night for Zach Frazier thus far. Number 9 hitter Brett Young. Young 1 for 3 with a run scored this game. And some solid play in center field for the Beavers as well. Trey Taylor. First pitch ball. Luis Jimenez on deck. Fly ball. Shallow right field. Cole Thibodeau makes the catch. Top of the order. 5th time up for Luis Jimenez. Jimenez out of Salinas, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has been well represented in the WMBL over the past few years.
Run and get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth. You get it?
Juan Pizarro, a member of last year's 57 championship team, coming out of Puerto Rico. Beavers with a couple Puerto Ricans on the team, Jimenez and Carlos Flores from Salinas and Guyana. Wade Weinberger for the Weyburn Beavers out of the Bahamas as a called strike 3 takes care of Jimenez. A tough out caught looking, and Trey Taylor and Mason Brown. Brown gives him a good job, bro. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. The deficit for the 57's is 6-9-3 Beavers. Back with more 57's baseball after this.
One hit, no errors, and one man left on after 6.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
And now, a message from your stomach.
Hey, the workday's over and it's time to eat, and I need some real good food. Some real good food from Houston Pizza. They've got savory ribs, souvlaki, steak, chicken, Greek or Caesar salad, and of course, that delicious pizza. Everything's made fresh daily. For dine-in, pickup, or delivery at Houston Pizza, you get real good food.
Houston Pizza's got lots of real good food.
Matt Bondarchuk from a nice little northern Alberta town called Edmonton at the plate. High hopper, ground ball, Luis Jimenez. 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 26, Nick Conyers.
Bodie Cooper and Mason Brown have had home runs. Nick Conyers has put on a clinic on how to play right field tonight. But beyond that, it just doesn't feel like the 57's day. So much baseball for the 57's, and I wonder if that extra day off really did them any favors. Conyers slashes that foul. Conyers, ground ball to first. Brady Nygaard flips to Garrett Waters. 1 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
One 1-0 count to Thibodeau. One and one. Fastball catches the inside part of the plate. 2 down. Thibodeau represents the number 9 part of the 57's batting order. Fastball just between the belt and the letters. Count is 2-1. Good take by Thibodeau. The bats have come alive for the Beavers, and they've got a good start from Garrett Waters. A good game 1 start as Thibodeau, big hack, and His bat snaps into the vacant air. Strike two. 2-2 with 2 down. Waters 6 2/3, allowing 6 hits, 3 earned runs, striking out 3. He hasn't walked anyone. Paints the outside corner in a righty on lefty matchup. And Cole Thibodeau caught looking at a pitch that hit the outside corner of the plate. 7 innings in the books. Top of 8 on the way. 9-3 Beavers.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Nine 9-3 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Zach Mathis will try and add to it here in the 8th. 2-3-4. Mathis, Widener, Fluellen due up. Garrett Goodall into pitch for the Swift Current 57's. Trey Taylor coming in. 2 innings, 2 hits. 1 earned run off that home run. Striking out 2 and walking 1. Zach Mathis, the bespectacled infielder with a seeing eye ball between first and second, and he's on at first.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 21, Evan White.
3rd hit of the ball game for Mathis. See ball, hit ball. Strategy for the Beavers tonight. Garrett Goodall, 8 appearances on the year, 3 starts. 18 1/3 innings of work, allowing 22 hits. 14-4 strikeout to walk ratio. Goodall 3-1 with a 5.40 earned run average. His first taste of postseason action. Fastball low and away. Blocked by Brown. 2-0. Goodall looks the runner at first. Fastball in. And strike 1. Six-run lead after 6. Sometimes strike zones get a little chubby, and things appear to have ballooned a bit as Evan Widener gets good wood on that ball, singling up the middle.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 34, Ulysses Fluellen.
Ulysses Fluellen with none out and a couple on. '57's with a 3-run 4th. Beavers with a 4-run 5th when Zach Frazier hit that grand slam home run. "17 hits this game for the Beavers. Fastball high and in. 2 walks surrendered in total by 57's pitching. Weyburn Beavers, though, going right after that, as they've been aggressive at the plate, just putting everything in play that they can here. Fluellen hit deep. And the Weyburn Beavers have made a statement in Game 1 of this Eastern Final. It's 12-3.
Now batting, the Swift Automotive Gear batter, the left fielder, number 14, Anthony Wiggins.
Game 1 has not gone smoothly. Anthony Wiggins. He's got 3 hits and a run scored this game, .429 batting average. Weyburn Beavers 1 through 9. Everyone has at least 1 hit in this one, 18 in total. Zach Mathis and Anthony Wiggins lead the way with 3. Ulysses Fluellen, that was his 3rd hit of the ball game as well, that 3-run bomb moments ago. Shot center field. Thomas de Bonville loses it in the lights. And this game has become a Tylenol commercial for the 57's. At this stage, the best news for Swift Current is tomorrow the score is 0-0. Learn from it. Recognize that Weyburn is going to swing at absolutely everything. And be ready for that.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 18, Carlos Flores.
And be good to go tomorrow night. Carlos Flores. Solo home run last time he was up off of Trey Taylor. Garrett Goodall looks the runner at second, still looking for their first out of the top of the 8th or the 57's. Bodie Cooper with room trying to run that foul ball down, but just can't make it there in time. And Flores will live to see another pitch here with the count 0-2. Runner on at second, none out. Aiden Goodall still with an 0-2 count against Carlos Flores. Breaking ball doesn't miss by much, just above the belt of Flores. And the count is 1-2. Mason Brown lines up just off the plate. Breaking ball, topped by Flores. Five pitch at bats so far. Flores against Garrett Goodall. Goodall looks the runner at second. 1-2. Flores holds off on that high fastball. Did he go? No, he didn't, says the umpire at second base. Two-man crew tonight in Swift. Three-man crew, rather. Two-two pitch. Breaking low and away. Did he go? Yes, he did. And Carlos Flores eventually striking out.
Agriculture strikeout for Garrett Goodall. Now batting, the first baseman, number 5, Brady Nygaard.
That's the first out of the top of the 8th. Brady Nygaard to the plate. Fastball from Goodall, called strike. Oh, 1, Goodall, fastball low and away. Mason Brown, honorable mention in the WMBL Player of the Week Awards, which were announced yesterday morning. Jared Libke of the Medisnat Mavericks getting Pitcher of the Week. Carlos Flores was named Offensive Player of the Week for his round 1 contributions in a Beavers Game 4 win over the Regina Red Sox. 4-game win in the best of 5. Goodall, fastball low and away, 3-1. Three-one pitch with 1 away, fly ball. That'll scurry out of Mitchell Field, foul.
Kids, that's a Standard Motors foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get it.
Three-two pitch. Breaking ball. And a called strike 3.
And that is another Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Garrett Goodall.
Brady Nygaard sent back to the dugout looking.
Now batting the catcher, number 17, Zach Frazier.
And back-to-back strikeouts for Garrett Goodall. 2 down. Frazier on the stat sheet. 1 for 3 with 4 RBI. That grand slam home run. 238 in the postseason. Frazier successfully dropped a sac bunt in this one to advance runners and help the Beavers score their first few runs of this game. Frazier struck out twice and a grand slam home run. Garrett Goodall 1-1. Goodall, 1-1 pitch, 2 away, runner on at second. Breaking ball, strike 2. One-two pitch with 2 away. Fastball called strike 3.
Another Patterson Agriculture strikeout for Garrett Goodall.
Down goes Frazier. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Garrett Goodall. But the Beavers do some damage in the 8th. 3-run home run by Ulysses Fluellen has the Beavers up 12-3. Bottom of 8 coming up. Swift on the sticks when we return with 57's baseball.
Fans, be sure to check out the
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
For the Swift Current 57, sponsored by ACT, the center fielder, number 4, Thomas de Bonville.
Thomas de Bonville to lead off for the 57's. Top of the order here in the bottom of the 8th. 12-3 the lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Weyburn's last 2 trips to Swift Current have been productive for them as Garrett Waters heads into his 8th inning of work. Weyburn beat Swift Current 6-0 the last time they were here. And Waters strikes out to Bonville.
Now batting, sponsored by KCS Bus Line, the third baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Garrett Waters, 7 1/3 innings of work, only 85 pitches thus far by the right-handed starter from Mobile, Alabama. Pitch to Campbell is inside. 6 hits, 3 earned runs. Waters has struck out 5 along the way. As the lights beam down on Mitchell Field. Breaking ball called for a strike. And the count 1-1 to Riley Campbell. De Bonville, Campbell, Adams, the 3 hitters that we'll see in the 8th, at least. Campbell thought about that fastball. Good take, 1-1. Waters, fastball in. Campbell hits that way up in the air. Hit back, hit deep. And Riley Campbell, a solo home run.
And that is a WW Swift Insurance SGI Canada Premium Play. A solo home run for Riley Campbell.
The flow is magnificent. The ball hit deep. And the 57's take a bite into that Beaver lead. It's now 12-4.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
So that's the 3rd home run of the ball game, hit by a 57's player. Riley Campbell and Mason Brown have solo home runs. Bodie Cooper with a 2-run shot. All 4 of Swift runs have been via the long ball. Blake Adams just misses on that 0-1 fastball as he gets underneath it. And the second baseman and right fielder almost have a malfunction.
Now batting, sponsored by
Jimenez and Fluellen.
First baseman, number 5, Bodie Cooper.
Having a chuckle about that. So Bodie Cooper with 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. 57's down 12-4 Riley Campbell hit a ball way up in the air and out. Bodie Cooper gets a piece of that ball, lays into it. That's going to bounce fair. To the wall it goes. Bodie Cooper rounding first, heading for second. Stand-up double for Bodie Cooper.
Now batting the shortstop, number 11, Brett Esau.
And that's Bodie's third hit of the ball game. If the 57's were to be able to claw back here and get Bodie another at-bat, he'd be a triple away from hitting for a cycle. Single, two-run home run, and there's the double on the night for Bodie. Brett Esau, 1 for 3, hitting .318 in this postseason. Nobody warming up in the Beaver bullpen. Garrett Waters, 7 2/3 innings of work. .94 pitches from Waters. There's number 95. Esau hits that sky high into foul territory, and that ball will get out of Mitchell Field. Beavers look like they're going to try and get a CG out of Waters here in Game 1. And if you can pull that off in the WMBL postseason, that's huge. If the Beavers can get out of Mitchell Field in Swift Current with a Game 1 win, not having to go to their bullpen, in terms of the ideal game, that ticks off a lot of boxes. Strike 3. .57's get one back. Solo home run from Riley Campbell in the bottom of the 8th. Top of 9 coming up. The lead for the Beavers is 8. It's 12-4 with the 9th inning on the way.
Congratulations to Gerald John.
Living Sky Casino.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
James Smith in to pitch for the Swift Current 57's, top of the 9th against 9-1-2 for the Weyburn Beavers. Fly ball by Brett Young, hit deep to left field. Blake Adams, with his toes on the warning track, makes the catch.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7, Luis Jimenez.
James Smith, this is his first relief appearance of 2017. 9 appearances, all starts in the regular season. 52 innings of work, allowing 52 hits, striking out 28 and walking 19. Smith was 6-1 in the regular season with a 3.80 earned run average. Line drive right into the mid of Riley Campbell. 2 pitches and 2 outs for Smith.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 36, Zach Mathis.
Smith had among the shortest innings for the 57's this year. There were a couple times, I can't recall when and against who exactly. I know innings against Fort McMurray and Melville, he was done innings in 5 or 6 pitches. That's hit foul. Zach Mathis to the plate. Here comes pitch number 5 of his 9th. Breaking ball, fouled off. So 2 pitches to get 2 outs. That's hit in foul territory. That looks like it's going to get out of Mitchell Field onto one of the patios as Riley Campbell runs over to survey that situation. Now is the 6th pitch out of the right hand of Smith. Fans along the third base line enjoying this one. Zach Mathis hits that one down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Nick Conyas fishes that out of the corner. Mathis heads for second base.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 21, Evan Widener.
4th hit of the game from Mathis. A 12-4 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Pitch from Smith. Ground ball. Riley Campbell in the glove. And over to first.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and
Evan Widener grinds out via the 5-3. The deficit for the 57's heading into the bottom of the 9th is 8. 12-4 lead for the Weyburn Beavers. Back with the bottom of the 9th in game number 1 right after this.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Weyburn Beavers head coach Phil Curtis trying to get a complete game out of Garrett Waters. He's got an 8-run lead heading into the bottom of the 9th. Mason Brown, who has a home run off of Waters tonight. First pitch, strike 1. Waters, 8 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs. No walks, and he struck out 6. Mason Brown will be the 33rd batter that he's faced here. Breaking ball just misses low, 1-1. Pitch number 100 from Waters. There it is. Huge shot by Brown off the edge of the bat. Luis Jimenez rushes that ball, and the bare-hander takes care of Brown.
Now Now batting, the designated hitter, number 22, Matt Bodnerchuk.
One down, bottom of the ninth, 12-4, the score favoring Weyburn. Game number 2 will go tomorrow night. We'll have that webcast for you. First pitch, 7:05. And then back we go to Weyburn on Wednesday. Foul territory, third baseman Zach Mathis with the catch.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 26, Nick Conyers.
Nick Conyers representing the last gasp of offense for the 57's here. 12-4, bottom of the ninth. And we're in playtime at the Beaver dugout. Conyers hits that one into right field. That's going to be an extra base hit. And Nick Conyers standing up at second with a double.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1, Cole Thibodeau.
Playtime's over, I guess. Cole Thibodeau to the plate after that double by Conyers. Fastball. .103 pitches from Garrett Waters. Doesn't look like he's lost any velocity. Count 0-1 to Thibodeau. 2 down here, bottom of the ninth. Thibodeau slashes that the other way. That's going to land foul. Count 0-2. Garrett Waters perhaps one pitch away from a complete game. Thibodeau launches that into right field. Single for the native of Omaha. Conyers advances to third. And now Thomas de Bonville, top of the order, due up for Swift.
Number 4, Thomas de Bonville.
Runners on the corners with 2 down. .57's trying to end on a high note here. Fastball in. And about letter high. 1-0 count to de Bonville. De Bonville swinging at that breaking pitch. 1-1. One pitch. Waters breaking ball, drops low and away. 2-1. .667 the announced Game 1 attendance here for the 57's. 2-2 now. Two pitch, 2 away. Low and away, 3-2. 3-2. De Bonneville reaches. Waters strikes him out, and it's a Game 1 victory for the Weyburn Beavers. A complete game for Garrett Waters. 9 innings allowing 10 hits, 4 earned runs, striking out 7 along the way, facing 36 batters. And for the Swift Current 57's, they can take comfort in knowing that tomorrow is a new day, and they get a fresh start against the Weyburn Beavers. Not the night of the Swift Current 57's in this one. Our player of the game is Bodie Cooper. 3 hits and a home run and a couple RBI. Bodie now hitting .455 in the postseason for the 57's. Last year's WMBL Rookie of the Year, showing that he's a valuable resource for Joe Carnahan here in 2017. That'll do it for another webcast of Swift Current 57's baseball. Our next webcast will be tomorrow. Same 57's time, same 57's channel. We'll get going at 7:05 with the first pitch in that one, and then head to Weyburn Wednesday night for game number 3 against the Beavers. On behalf of Christina, who's brought you the images tonight, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Mitchell Field.